Hi, welcome back. Tina Grant from FitFlow Yoga Fitness. Today's Strong Women, Strong Bones class, we're going to focus on upper body. So upper body strengthening to improve bone density in the hands, the wrists, the arms, mobility and strength in the shoulders and chest, and of course our back muscles that help perform this amazingly important ability to keep us upright and improve posture. One of the things that we're working on improving when we know that we have osteopenia or osteoporosis is this constant forward flexion, which creates a lot of damage on the internal portion of the spine, right? Because they're kind of crushed together. So we really want to work on strengthening our postural muscles and really moving around in space with our head over top of our shoulders over top of our hips, and being able to just open up the chest and work on the back muscles. Okay, so we're working on all of that today. The first thing we're going to do is a push-up. Now I know some people haven't done push-ups since they were kids, but all of us really, it's important that we have the ability to push ourselves up off the floor. So just like everything else in strength training, start where you are and we'll build up to strength. So I'm going to show you how to modify a push-up, and eventually through time and patience, we're going to improve the range of motion and improve the length of the lever. Okay? So hopefully you have your mat out. If not, grab your mat. We're going to come down onto the mat. So you can look at me first if this is your first time doing a push-up with me. We're going to do it from the knees, so that will make the lever smaller. But it's important that you understand what a plank is from the knees. It is not a box shape where your hips are up. If you're doing this, I mean, this would be absolute beginner. Okay, this is absolute beginner where you have your hips above your knees. And that's okay if that's all you can do today. But ideally, we will be getting into a small plank. That means that you have a line from the back of your knees, across your hips, up your spine to the back of your head. The tailbone is not sticking out, okay? So that's what we're gonna work on. Let's just roll out our wrists. All right, and then, I should have done this when we were standing up, I just forgot. Roll out the wrists. We're gonna flick and tuck the wrist, just flip the palms up and point them down, flip down, just to warm up the wrist a bit. And then we're gonna do a horizontal kind of a crunch here, kind of pulling your elbows back to squeeze the muscles that live between your shoulder blades, that pull your shoulder blades together. It's important that we focus on good posture in our planks. We want to always work the way we want our body to look, right? So just warming up here. Take one hand on each shoulder. I should have done this standing, but if you're already sitting, stay sitting. And roll the elbows in big circles. Okay? All right. Push-up number one. We are going to just bend our elbows a tiny bit. So again, watch me. You're doing your best to come into a full plank. Your hands are going to be wider than your shoulders. Your hips are down and your head is up. If you're looking at your knees, this is not a safe place to be for your neck. Head is up. All we're going to do is bend the elbows a couple of inches. That's it. Okay? So join me in this plank position. Chest up, head up. We're going to bend the elbow 1 inch, push, 1 inch, push, 1 inch, push, 2 inches, push, 2 inches, push, 2 inches. Let's do one more. 2 inches or 3 inches if you're stronger. 2 or 3 inches. 2 or 3 inches, sit back and your child's pose and take a break right there. If you are not new to push-ups, you could modify it. We're gonna just take a rest and swing the arms. You could do with the modification we just did, or you can go lower down. But I think for today, I'd recommend all of us stay on our knees. All right, so this time I'm gonna give you an option. Roll your wrist. I'm going to give the option to go a little bit lower. So we always start working on range of motion first, all right? Because range of motion is going to be the amount of weight you're pushing. So we start with small bends until we're really good at it. Then we get a little bit lower, then we get a little bit lower. I don't want you to come so low that you're struggling to get back up. That's going to injure your shoulder, okay? So come into your small plank, hands wide. We're going to bend the elbows 1 inch, or you're going to bend the elbows 2 inches. Or you're going to bend the elbows 4 inches. It's up to you. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold this position at the top here, working on a variation of a plank. Good for the wrists, Great, and if you're new, it could be hurting your wrist just because lack of range of motion. That's okay. Take one more break, or one more breath, and then sit back. Walk your hands back, give your back a good stretch. And then come back out of it and roll your wrists. All right, if you are new to all of this, the wrists do have to get stronger. So at first you may feel, oh gosh, my wrists are no good, they're weak. It's really actually range of motion. It's lack of range of motion because most of the stuff we do is our wrists, our palms dropped forward. So when suddenly we're lifting in this position and bearing weight, it takes a lot of time for your wrists to get strong. So be patient. It's going to be really good for your wrists. One of the bones that we break the most often. So with all of that said, we're going to work on a plank. Get your hands under your shoulders. Spread your fingers nice and wide. And then we're going to step back into a full plank, or you're going to step back into that full plank and then drop your knees. Your choice. We're going to hold this position. You're going to back your head up until it's right in line with your shoulders. You're going to tuck the front of your ribs down, and you're going to draw your tailbone down towards your heels or the back of your knees if you're on your knees. And now you're going to tuck your belly in tight, and we're going to hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're not already on your knees, drop on your knees. And then again, let's sit all the way back. Take a big breath right here. And then sit yourself up and roll out your wrists. So sitting on the floor will also take time if you're brand new. Just do your best, okay? Coming up in any way that's comfortable for you, 1 foot, and then pushing yourself up. And swing the arms. So working through some impact here, I'm going to offer you some jumps. We're going to step back into plank, and we're going to do what's called a burpee. We've all done them at some point in our lives in school or somewhere. But we're going to do a modified version because there is a bit of impact in it. And you can do heel drops or you can do jumps. All right, so let's go through it slowly together first. We were going to come into a squat, and we're going to do a heel drop or a jump. Okay, we're going to come into a squat, then we're going to lean forward, get our hands on the floor, and step back into plank, just like that plank we just did. All right, we're going to drop on our knees. We're going to do 1 push-up, 1 inch or 2 inches, and push back up. You're going to pick up your knees, and you're going to hike your hips in what's called downward dog. If you know yoga, you're going to jump or walk forward to the top of your mat. We're going to come into chair, and we're going to either do a jump or a heel drop. Okay, I'm going to do about 4 of those. Do your best. All right, let's do it. Let's come into a squat. We're going to jump or do a heel drop. We're going to get our hands on the floor, step back. We're going to stay on our toes or get on our knees. We'll do 1 small push-up or 1 deep push-up, depending on your strength. We're going to pick our hips up, and we're going to walk or jump forward to the top of the mat. Once you're at the top of the mat, you're into that squat and the jump. Let's do it again. 1 more jump or heel drop. Hands on the floor. Step back in plank. From plank, drop your knees if you need to, and do 1 small push-up. Pick up your knees if you had them down. Lift your hips so you can walk or jump all the way forward to the top of your mat. Come into your squat and do your heel drop or your jump. Let's do it 1 more time. Squat, heel drop or jump. Hands on the floor. Step back into plank. Yes, it's quick. Keep up with me. Knees down. 1 push-up. Hips up. Walk to the top of your mat. Back into squat. 1 heel drop or jump. Good job. Excellent. If you're new, it'll get easier. You're going to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. Okay? All right. We're going to use the loops now, and we're going to actually do the big muscles in the back. So I would like you to grab a loop. If you're brand new, it could be a light loop. I'm going to get a heavy loop because we're going to be doing big muscles in the back. So if you've ever worked out in the weight room years ago, you know what a lat pull down is. It's where you're holding onto that bar and pulling your elbows down. We're going to use the loop instead because we don't have a bar. All right. With the legs, I'm going to give you a choice. You can stand if you're an absolute beginner and work on legs, work on just back. Or if you want to get more bang for your buck, we're going to come into what's called goblet squat, toes out. Going to bend your knees, keep your pelvis level, core strong. So you can choose standing normally or standing like this. 1 hand is holding the loop like a slingshot. The other hand has the other end, and we're going to pull. So take a breath, and we're going to pull. This is big muscles in the back. Pull, 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 pull. Let's do 4 more. 4. Try and get the loop really wide if you're strong. 3, 2, 1. Stand up and straighten your knees. If you're in that goddess squat, we'll just take a moment. Roll the shoulder blades in big circles. Arms come up. Let's do the other side. Squat down or you're standing. Have soft knees, please. Strong core. Let's go. Pull. Other arm. Pull. 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 You can tell that my loop is heavy because I'm struggling to pull. This is eventually where we all want to be working. We want to be working so that the weight is heavy. That means you really don't have the ability to do more than 12 or 15. And as you get stronger, you don't have the ability to do more than 10 because the intensity is harder. This is what the studies show, right? Pull, release, roll your shoulders. If we really want to increase bone density, we have to lift heavy enough for our muscles to actually get dense enough to put a lot of pressure on our bones, okay? We're going to stay in this position and we're going to do stomps. So step in and we're going to step out in that same position. Stomp out, push in. We did this in the other video. Stomp out, push in. Stomp out, push in. Stomp out, push in. One more. Stomp out, push in. Stomp out, push in. We're going to combine those 2 movements. So we'll do one more set of this back exercise. Hand in the loop, other hand pulling down. We're going to stomp and pull at the same time. You ready? Here we go. 1, pull. Same side. 2, pull. Same side. I should have said that ahead, sorry. 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice big heavy stomp. 7, we're only doing 10. 8, 9, 10. Let your arms drop. Just roll your shoulder blades. Release that tension. Ready for 10 on the other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. It's hard on the shoulders. Hold the hands up. That's bonus. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. We can do it. 10. Swing the arms. Swinging the arms. Okay. We are doing 1 shoulder press, so put your weight down. Now, if you're new, it's going to be a pretty light weight. We're going to work on form. If you're not so new, pick something up that is going to be work. Now, really important that we make sure that the back stays strong. If you did the intro video, I demonstrated this. Knees are soft, pelvis is level, your tailbone is down. Racking up the weights. All right, so this is impact and pressure on the spine, and it's good. I mean, not impact, compression. All right, here we go. Take a big breath in, exhale. 10, 9, keep going. Exhale. It's important you exhale when you're pushing. 7, soft knees. 6, try not to arch your back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the weights on your shoulders. Hold the weights on your shoulders. We're going to do 1 little set of squats and heel drops right here. 1, woo, felt that. 2, feel that vibration all the way to the base of my skull. My bones love it. 4, 5, let's do 5 more, we can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the weight. Put the weights down. Whew, roll out your wrists. So we did chest and shoulders and back, all the big muscles in the upper body. Of course, arms are working to help us. Swing. Again, if you're new, you're just going to repeat this upper body and impact and core workout until you feel comfortable. You can go ahead and go legs, the leg video, the upper body video, back and forth a few times until you feel strong enough to move to the next set of videos. All right, let's do a little stretch here. Gonna reach your right arm up and over, and we're just gonna do a little lateral fold here. Nice big stretch in the waist and the side, and also in that big back muscle we worked, lats, when we were pulling on that band. And come back up, we'll do the other side. Arm up and over. Like you're kind of leaning against a wall or standing against the wall. Body stays on one plane, big stretch. Could be jutting your hip way over. So doing a lot of yoga stretches. Some of you have already taken some of my yoga classes. I am actually starting to add more impact and resistance training into the yoga classes as well. So it's a good combination doing these three things: strength training, impact training, and some good deep range of motion stretching. So the three things together are gonna make us healthy, happy, give us better, stronger bones, so we can all walk around strong bones, strong women with strong bones. All right, that's it. I'll see you next time.